Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we are diving into easily one of the most famous kart racing games of all time. These are 20 things you didn't know about the Mario Kart series. Let's do it. Before we continue, we publish content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified of our latest videos. Thamps Mario Kart 64. Did you know that the Thamps and Womps from the Mario series have origins in Japanese mythology? They were inspired by the Nurikabe spirits, which are believed to appear in block travelers' paths. In Mario Kart 64, one of the large green blocks named Marty is imprisoned behind bars in Bowser's castle. Players discovered a secret method to unlock him. Drive 3 counterclockwise circles around the fire-breathing statue at the start of the level, then race a lap in reverse, followed by 3 clockwise circles around the statue. After this, zoom into the next room to watch the bars in front of Marty slowly rise. Also, Thwomp's laughter in Mario Kart 64 is just Wario's laugh slowed down. That's like 3 facts for the price of 1 entry. Princess Peach Schnapp's Super Mario Kart. Turns out, Peach and Bowser were getting on the cans while they waited for Mario to ruin their fun. In 1992, in the Japanese release of Super Mario Kart, Princess Peach and Bowser celebrate their victory by drinking from a bottle of champagne, leaving Peach looking pretty drunk afterwards. What a legend. When the game was released in North America, Nintendo removed the scene to comply with national regulations regarding the depiction of alcohol consumption. In the Australian release, she smashed a can of VB over her head, scolded and had a scrap on with Princess Daisy. Nintendo changed ads Mario Kart 64. The tracks in the Japanese version of Mario Kart 64 featured advertisements from well-known brands like Marlboro. However, when the game was released in the US, these ads had to be altered to prevent legal issues for Nintendo. But the ads weren't the only changes in the US version. The courses' names were also updated, with minor changes like Momo Farm becoming Moo Farm, and more significant revisions such as Karakara Sabaku being renamed Calamari Desert. In the Australian version, I've already made that joke. Alternate tune Mario Kart 64. Nintendo has been famous for hiding Totaka's song in its many games, requiring players to perform unexpected tricks and moves just to hear the song. But Totaka's song isn't the only song hidden. An alternate tune during the race results screen for Mario Kart 64 is hearable if you let the main tune loop 64 times. It's a bit of a wait, but if you like pointless alternate tunes, go plug in your N64. Also, is hearable a word? Mario Kart breaks new ground, Mario Kart 8. Gaming is constantly outdoing itself, growing, adapting, changing. The advances from the NES to the Nintendo Switch are substantial, and with every new console comes groundbreaking innovations. None more so than in Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. Mario and Luigi's mustaches are among their most iconic features, and Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U brings them to life by featuring the first ever, hold for it, mustache physics in the series. Jokes aside, this was the first game to feature mustache physics, and I think it's worth celebrating. The bullies of Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart. In the programming of the original Super Mario Kart, many players didn't realize particular characters were programmed to be bullies. The competition in Mario Kart can be as intense as fire. Once a player speeds past another, prepare for non-stop taunting, both from the player themselves and the in-game character. Usually when Mario or Luigi overtakes their rivals, you'll hear a car honk as they zoom by. However, characters like Yoshi, Bowser, and Donkey Kong Jr. have their own unique taunts that go beyond the usual playful honk. Unused tracks, Mario Kart 64. Sometimes, especially with Nintendo, hidden information about games can be found in the files of other games. And for some wonderful unused Mario Kart 64 content, look no further than the game files of Mario Kart DS and Mario Kart Wii, which both featured unused tracks for the original N64 entry. Presumably, they were being used as test grounds for these new games, but it's interesting to see what could have been. Teaching our youth Mario Kart Wii. Mario Kart provides endless fun for groups of friends and solo players alike. But not only that, but it can save lives. In 2013, a 10-year-old boy took the wheel of his grandmother's car after she suffered a minor heart attack and collapsed at the wheel while driving on a highway. The boy safely steered the car to safety, saving both his and his grandmother's life. He credited his driving skills to, you guessed it, Mario Kart Wii. Press Y to pay respects. Luigi's Raceway Secret, Mario Kart 64. Admittedly, this isn't anything to write home about, but it is still cool that players are finding secrets years after the game went out of popularity. In the Japanese version of Mario Kart 64, there's a hidden collision point on the grass outside Luigi's Raceway track. To reach this secret, players must bounce off another player, leap over a wall, and land on the grass above the tunnel. However, this collision point was removed in the US version, so attempting it will just send you out of bounds. Rainbow Road's location, Mario Kart Double Dash. The map of Mario Kart is a little bit unclear. Where are particular locations? Are any of them near each other? Why does Bowser let us race in his castle? In Mario Kart Double Dash, you can spot buildings from Mushroom City beneath Rainbow Road, implying that both stages are set in the same location, with Rainbow Road floating above Mushroom City. That's pretty neat. Long Cut Mario 64. The difference between casual players and adept players of Mario Kart can be seen in a few tricky techniques. Drifting, obviously, is step one to excelling. Drafting or slipstreaming can be seen from the pros, and of course, then there's shortcuts. But did you know that one particular shortcut isn't as short as players think? Throughout various tests, players learnt the tunnel shortcut that can be found in Calamari Desert actually takes longer than using the normal race route. That's what we get for being sneaky. It wasn't Donkey Kong Super Mario Kart. Luke, I am your father. Do you feel lucky, punk? We're gonna need a bigger boat. It's super easy for things to be misremembered. And just like these famous misquotes, there's often confusion about Donkey Kong's appearance in the original Super Mario Kart. Contrary to popular belief, Donkey Kong Jr. actually appeared in Super Mario Kart. The younger version of the original Kong had previously starred in an 80s arcade game, but after his appearance in Super Mario Kart, he was gradually phased out. Super Mario Kart is in Dinosaur Land, Super Mario Kart. The SNES featured two really good Mario games, and did you know that Super Mario Kart is set in the same universe as the other popular SNES entry, Super Mario World? In the 90s, Super Mario World was the first SNES title from Nintendo, and Super Mario Kart drew inspiration for courses from that game's world. It's a wonderful way to connect these two super games. Handbook encourages cheating, Super Mario Kart. Screen peeking, or screen cheating, is a tactic where you check your opponent's section of the split screen to see where they are, a technique that is often criticized in games like Halo and Call of Duty. It caused many arguments between me and my brothers between the years of 1995 and 2005. However, the Super Mario Kart manual explicitly states that it's perfectly fine to glance at your opponent's screen while playing battle mode. So next time someone complains, chuck the manual at them and let them know you can actually stack draw fours. I mean, you can actually screen cheat. Gold every time, Mario Kart 64. In Mario Kart 64, there's a shortcut that lets you set a record-breaking time on Wario Stadium. Due to the track's unique layout, you can bypass large sections by jumping over the walls. Starting from the early mud hills, use the ramp to propel yourself, steer left mid-air, and if timed correctly, you'll land far ahead of your opponents. It's a tricky maneuver, which means you'll need the right racer, perfect timing, enough height, and the precise angle to clear the wall and land smoothly. It's a guaranteed win, turning laps into easily less than a minute.
I'm the best!
Carmack Mario Kart 64. Almost every Mario Kart game has a graveyard of unused players, some smaller than others and some that are actually surprising that they weren't included. The most famous of these was Kamek, the Magic Koopa, famous for being a turd. They were meant to be a playable character in Mario Kart 64, rounding out the villain side of races. Mode 7 graphics, Super Mario Kart. While Super Mario Kart might not look as polished as its later versions, it featured some of the most impressive graphics of its time. Casual gamers don't even realize the game utilized the SNES's Mode 7 graphics, which allowed the background to be scaled and rotated without needing separate images for every frame and viewpoint. This might sound boring, but this technology gave Nintendo games a major edge, providing players with a pseudo 3D experience before true 3D technology was widely available. It's the kind of innovation that made Nintendo mammoths of the industry. Mario wasn't even included, Super Mario Kart. Many people would be surprised to know that Mario wasn't even planned as a playable character in Mario Kart until 4 months into development. In an interview with the game's lead developers, it was revealed that the original prototype featured a simple man in overalls without Mario's iconic mustache. The primary focus at that stage was to create a game that could display two drivers on screen simultaneously. They stated, "We decided to try putting Mario in one of the karts and everyone thought that it looked even better. Good decision." Antigravity wasn't the plan, Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 introduced a lot of new mechanics, including soaring through the air and driving underwater. It also included the sci-fi-esque ability where racers could now tilt their vehicles sideways, transforming them into hovercrafts. This innovation allowed courses to twist, flip, and turn in entirely new ways, but it wasn't always the plan. The original concept involved karts equipped with drills able to burrow through the earth for subterranean racing. However, this idea didn't quite excite testers, leading to the creation of the now iconic anti-gravity tires. Blue Shell was practical, Mario Kart 64. In an interview with Kotaku, the director of Mario Kart 64 explained that the game designers aimed to create a race where every player had a chance to stay competitive until the very end. However, there was one issue. The console's processors couldn't handle rendering 8 races on the screen simultaneously. To address this, the Blue Shell was introduced to help disperse some of the races. It's good to know that this massive pain in the ass wasn't just put in the game to drive us all crazy.
I got this!
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from MojoPlays and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of our latest videos.